Hi, everyone. I'm Cliff, and this is Life with MS. Today is the second day of my Mavenclad treatment. Yesterday was my first pill. I take my next pill at 1:30 this afternoon, which at this time right now is about 4 hours away. So, how did the first 24 hours go? Well, 19 hours as it would be right now. Um, After I took the pill, which you can see in the previous episode, everything went pretty well. I did get a little fatigued after about 4 hours. I laid down, had a little bit of a gnawing headache. Now, the headache could have been a result of allergies. We're having a really wet season here in North Carolina, and our magnolia trees are blooming again. I think they're completely confused. They don't usually bloom this late in the season, but both my wife and I are pretty allergic to them. So I didn't take any anti allergy. I didn't take any allergy medicine yesterday, and it was a little much, so that could have caused the headache. And how did the sleep go? Well, there wasn't much of it, partially due to the headache. I could have taken a Tylenol per the recommendations from some of you, but I didn't. It wasn't bad enough to warrant a Tylenol, so maybe I should have. You see, I'm going back and forth quite a bit here. One thing I did do was stay very well hydrated with electrolytes, as some of you recommended. That was a great idea. Um, as of this morning, was there any crazy constipation or anything? Did I have any like crazy dark urine or anything? No. Actually, I don't feel much different than I would if I had taken like an ibuprofen yesterday for an exacerbation or anything. I did have a decent amount of back pain last night, and that's to be expected. So that brings to I'm really trying to concentrate today. It's not easy. I'm feeling it today. I'm definitely feeling it today. So what I did is I looked up the most common side effects for the first day dosing, and we're going to go over those right now and see if I check all the boxes. And this is per MS Canada's website. Also, and I'll link these sources below so you can check them. But basically, immediate side effects on first day. Most commonly reported side effect on the first day and during the first treatment week are mild. I would agree with that so far. They can include a headache, check, which is one of the most frequent symptoms, and fatigue. Yeah, the fatigue's a little nasty. It's not horrible. It's definitely not as bad as it was on Kesimpta or Ocrevus. Um, I mean, I couldn't even get out of bed with those things. I've been on 2 walks already, and I could literally, if I really wanted to push it, and I'm not going to, I could go out and ride my bike right now. So it's not bad. Um, but I'm really having a tough time concentrating, you could probably tell. Let's see. Other possible symptoms include nausea, feeling unwell, back pain, and heightened sense of thirst. I have all those. Now, for the nausea and per my lovely wife, she got me the ginger chews. These are fan freaking tastic. They work really well for not only this kind of stuff, but also if you get motion sick, like on boats and airplanes, those things work so well. There have been days where I seriously thought I was going to blow chunks all over the place, and then I eat one of those, and I'm pretty good. Like, so they're highly efficacious. I'm just going to say effective. Um, I am kind of garbage bellying out right now because I just keep the food moving through the systems. And so I'm eating protein cookies. Um, those are working pretty well. And then I have, electrolytes. I don't overdo it on these, but maybe one every 4 or 5 hours or something. And I dilute them quite a bit. I only take about half a packet at a time in a large thing of water, which you probably saw me drinking in yesterday's episode. And that keeps things moving along. And then I stop that just before bed so I don't have to pee all night. So overall, last night wasn't horrible. I didn't sleep a lot. Um, I think I'll do some things different tonight. Like if I have that headache, I will definitely take a Tylenol and see if I can get rid of that. I have a feeling that kept me up. Now, as far as respiratory infections and all that stuff, things to watch out for, I did have some green naughty stuff coming out of my nose thing this morning. but that could be just the allergies again. So far, not too bad. Now, moving into day two, what can we expect? Well, I couldn't find any information on specifically on day two. It did cover day one, but not day two. All the studies cover the first week, and they all relate to fatigue, headache, stuff like that. You won't see things like, at least from what I could tell, and I'm not a doctor, I am not a healthcare provider, I am just a bald dude on YouTube talking about his MS experience. So this is in no way medical advice, but from what I found in my very limited kind of layman research is that, you can expect the fatigue, the headache, the body aches, all that stuff, flu-like symptoms. Um, and then there are the more significant issues like liver damage and all that, but those have a whole nother set of symptoms. I'm certainly not, and of course, it's very early on in the process. I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling very MS-y today, but I'm not feeling terrible. Um, and I mean, all I did was take 2 small pills. It wasn't an injection. I didn't have to prep an injection site. I didn't have to go to an infusion center. I didn't have to do any of that crap. And I could eat all day. I just couldn't take any kind of supplement or medication or vitamins or any of that stuff 3 hours before, 3 hours after I took the pills because they want to make sure nothing bonds to anything. So far, I have to say, pretty good. Um, Day 3 will be the tell-all, though, because basically, if I'm gonna have really bothersome symptoms or side effects, they usually happen like clockwork by day 3. So today, I'm just kind of feeling weird. I'm feeling like I have MS and I'm having an exacerbation, but it's just, I think, my body reacting to the medication. And that's pretty normal for me. That's what my body does. It does that for everything. I mean, I could eat a spicy food and feel this way tomorrow. It's crazy. That's just the way my MS works. So, I hope this is helping you guys a little bit. And like I said, I'm going to link some of the stuff that I found below. um, Stay tuned for day 3. That could be the adventure. And if anything happens between now and within the next 24 hours that's significant, I will certainly make an episode and let you know, or Andrew will make an episode and let you know. But I'm thumbs up for the amount of anxiety I had going into this. I have to say that it's it's not bad. Um, and if this is the treatment course and how I feel over the treatment course of the next 5 days, and if it lingers for another 3 or 4 days, and then I wait a month and take the next dose, and then I don't have to do this again for another year, hell yeah, I'm all in. Like, if this is going to effectively stop my MS, even though I'll still be dealing with all the symptoms that I currently have, but I won't have to worry about the lethargy and the issues that the other DMTs gave me, then yeah, this is definitely a win, and I'm gonna wonder why I didn't do it sooner. Now, someone, as of last night, commented on my video and said that her husband, was diagnosed not too long ago, and the first thing they did was go to Mavenclad, and I'm curious about that because from what I understand, it's currently standard practice for most US insurers to make sure you fail 2 drugs before going on Mavenclad, and that's because of the risk profile. I don't think it's a cost issue. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So I'm curious, what has been your experience? If you have taken Mavenclad or you've been prescribed Mavenclad, have you failed 2 drugs prior to getting approved for Mavenclad, or were you basically just put right on Mavenclad? Comment below because I'm not really sure about this. I'm going to actually ask my neurologist, and I might actually reach out to Dr. Boster. He's pretty good at getting back to me about stuff like that. And we'll see. I'm curious. This is interesting. He is not my neurologist, but we chat on from time to time just to talk shop about YouTube and neurology and MS and all that stuff. He's just a really smart guy. I really don't like having conversations with him. So anyway, I digress. Stay tuned. If you haven't, click that subscribe, like, and share because you're not only doing me a great favor, you are helping the MS community because a lot of people are finding this information. They're finding this channel. They're reading your comments and they're telling me how great your comments are, and they're really appreciating what we're doing here. So thumbs up to everybody out there. I love you guys. Thank you for being with me on this journey, and I will talk to you very soon. Like I said, stay tuned. I will update you if anything significant happens within the next 24 hours. But let's see how day 3 goes. Day 2, not so bad so far. Cliff, this is Life with MS, and I'm out.